Hi crafty friends. Today I'm going to be sharing with you one of the two projects that I am making with the brand new Graphic 45 Ocean Blue Keepsake Kit. Mine does have the metal dies and I did use them in this project. So this one is a mini album. The second one, same cover design, slightly different embellishments, will be a journal that I will share with you as soon as it's finished. Now this album, I just finished it and I'm so excited because of this here, these beads on the side. I will get into this in just a minute, but I love how this turned out. Now this album here is a little different than my other albums based on the way that it is made. So this has a full tutorial. I will link that in the description box below so you can learn how to make the cover. The cover does look like it's distressed, so it looks like it's old and warm. And then I will show you how to make the pages, how to bind them into the album, and actually I'll go through all the decorative stuff as well. It does have a clasp closure here. Now this album actually has 20 pages inside, but they are not interactive like my typical albums. It did use the new Graphic 45 frame die, and I used metallic gold frame or metallic gold paper to make all of my frames. This paper is amazing and I was so not wanting to cover it up, so I tried to make it so you could see a lot of the paper. So there's only one photo on each of the pages. Then on the inside of the pockets here, there are photo mats for larger pictures. There are little cards here that you can use for journaling or additional photo spaces if you choose to do so. It has the embellishments, and I've only used half of the collection here. I've used half of the paper here, and I will use the rest of it in my journal. So that's where I was trying to be careful with how I designed this album. I did use some of my chipboard pieces as well. I've used the starfish, some of the tropical fish, and some other things. I will link those below if you wanted to purchase those to make this album. All of the frames are open at the top or the side for the photo to slide behind and into the frame. So all the ephemera is also popped up so that nothing will catch on the photo. In the side pockets here, I just love these. So I've got photo spaces here. You'd have to trim down a 4x6 photo, so it would be 5.5 by 3 3/4, because this is 4 inches by 5 3/4 inches. So you'd want to either not put the white paper if you have your photos already, or just go ahead and trim them down if you like them to be matted in white. And I've got these little bead dangles. This is in the tutorial how I made these as well. Same paper on the front and back sides, but I just love these dangles. I just think they look so cute. I made notches in my pages to be able to get these in and out, and so that you know that they're there, and because I wanted those dangles to hang off of the pages. So we've got one larger photo mat on the left side and a smaller photo space on the right side of all of the pages. All the journaling cards do pull out here from the back side, and everything is just plain white on the back. Lots of ephemera. I use the dies, and then I've used my chipboard pieces throughout the album. I've got the border strips here, but this paper is so pretty. I had such a hard time with covering it up, especially ones like this. So I tried to make sure that you could see some of the fish. This fish was actually on that page, so I just took the ephemera piece and put it right over top. We've got our little journaling card back here, tucked in. This is open so that the photo will be behind that as well. Another ephemera piece. So every page is layered with a frame, an ephemera piece or two, chipboard, and then the die cut for the seagrass or the coral. Journaling card back here. And then I will be using the leftover papers and the rest of the paper pack to embellish the journal that I made. So when I did my first tutorial, I did it with the cover video and I showed you how to make 2 different covers. So I have 2 different cover designs. They're very, very similar. One, just the spine is cracked and looks really old. And then this one, the spine isn't cracked on it. It does still look old and distressed, but it's not cracked. I really like that cracked look on the other one. but I think they both look really cute. I just love this fish paper. That and the shell paper, I think, are my two favorites from this one. I've got another journaling card back here. And so even though this album isn't super interactive in terms of lots of flaps and pockets and things, it does hold quite a few photos. And the idea behind this album is that the pages are heavily embellished and you see your photos straight off, which I don't normally do in most of my albums. This one I'm gonna have to be careful with. Wasn't the best placement. It's getting caught on this starfish here. I could possibly pop that off and put an ephemera piece so that it's glued down, and I might actually do that and maybe move that down here so that I don't have a torn spot, but it is catching on that frame, so something to be careful about. Oh, and there is a journaling card back here, so we've got this. I've used almost the entire page of the journaling cards in the album, so there's one on each of these sides. So there's another one back here. And if you're not a big journaler, you can just add your wallet-sized photos to the back there and it maximizes the space. And the last journaling card is back here. So lots of embellishments, not a lot of pages, but you actually can put quite a few photos because we've got 9 pages here. We've got 18 photo spots there. We've got 20 on the pages themselves. And then we've got 9 of our journaling cards. Or maybe we actually have 10. Yeah, we have 10 journaling cards in here because I have one on the front cover too. So you could have, if you didn't do any journaling, you could have 48 photo spots in this album. So I think that's quite a bit, a good number for a vacation as well. So it's not too many, but it's just enough to really add all those photos to highlight your trip. And then look at this, look at these dangles. Oh my gosh, I just think that is adorable. And then here's the back side as well. I wanted to bring in some more of the metal embellishments. That's why I really wanted to do these dangles. And I just love how they turned out. So I may be adding these into additional albums in the future. So it's probably not the last time you're gonna see me do some of these bead dangles. But this is it for my first Graphic 45 mini album. I say first because I am doing a journal with this collection with the other half of it, but then I am also making another mini album out of this that will be a mini album kit. This is not the kit that you will see on my website, so this is just a tutorial. I want to make that clear because I don't want anybody to pre-order the kit thinking that they're getting this. That is not going to happen. So the kit album will be a completely different album. I haven't started it yet. I'm still considering doing a shaped album like a seashell shape, but I haven't decided yet. Now this album, like I mentioned, there is a full tutorial series for it, so I will link that in the description box below so you can go through step by step and create the album yourself using the different products from the Graphic 45 Keepsake Kit, along with some other supplies that you will need to purchase to create the base of the album and add some embellishments. Now this album is going to be listed for sale on my website, so if you are interested in purchasing this completely made and ready for your photos, you can go ahead and follow that link in the description box below. Fair warning, once it's sold, I will not be making another one. And if it doesn't sell, then I will eventually add my own photos to it because I think this is an absolutely adorable album. As always, if you have any questions, please feel free to leave me a comment below. Thank you so much for watching and happy crafting!